Wait, what? I don't have my water. Morning thoughts. Morning thought. Wait, let me get my water. Hold on. All right. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to my Uber driver, truck driver, Lyft driver, taxi driver, round town delivery drivers. Shout out to the over-the-road truck driver. Shout out to the brother Troy Star Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Go over to Troy's channel, please, and continue to support his channel. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You deserve respect, and I respect you to the fullest. Big up and thank you for being here. Now, as usual, shout out to our first 10 people that came in. Darlene Walter Riley says, good morning, Darlene, and thank you for being here. Amma Inspire is here. Michelle Williams is here. Good morning, SouFLo, Brains, and everyone. Shout out Roderick Shaw, Halima Thomas, Sexy Body there again. You know, you just can't forget a name like Sexy Body after you see it a couple of times, you know. Shout out to Sexy Body again. Shout out to Michelle Williams, Marie B, Anthony Vaz, Lashana Alexander. Marcia Walters says, good morning. Glad to see you here, and I'm glad to be here. All right. Shout out to Kenny G and Darky35, Gaza Chef, UTG. Big up yourself. And Clarice 1012. Thank you for being here. If I didn't say your name, I'll probably say your name later on. And if not, you already know, sir, it's manners and respect just the same way. All right. I appreciate you greatly. I feel like having a light morning this morning. So the topic for this morning, and it's the only topic, and please feel free to share. I'm probably going to be reading more comments than anything else this morning as we share with each other on this Thursday morning, this beautiful day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Yes, I'm healthy and I'm here. It's a lot to be thankful for. All right, so watch me. I came a little late. You know, me always have my excuses then why I'm late. Kai is sleeping right there. I don't know how he's sleeping so cool, but this boy will not leave me. Shout out to the fathers who are always there for your children, man. You get the rewards as well as, you know, you put in the hard work and you get the frustration and all that, but you get the rewards, the irreplaceable, the rewards. Like when your child itch up under you and don't want to go nowhere, it makes you feel like you are the best thing since creation. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how he's been. I've been trying to put him in the room with his mom all morning. It's not working. It's not working. Him jump out of my hand. And as soon as I put him back in the bed where I slept with him last night, he goes right back to sleep. Well, let's see how loud me I talk this morning. I'll watch out. Let me show you. Look. Of course, that I'm in his space, but there he is right there. That's the board. What's in there? Knockout. All right. So them thing that make me feel good by myself. See, this is actually his space, but I turned a corner of it into Morning Thoughts corner. My office area needs to be finished. So I can, you know, come out and pick them space, but we make work and make do with what we have until, you know, we get better. So anyhow, here we are this morning, man. I feel good. I'm feeling good. I hope you are as well. So this morning we're gonna do a little bit of reminiscing. That board you just saw was a couple of my memories I jotted down last night, just so to keep me on track this morning, so I'm not forget too much and have something to say. You can share in the comment section as well some of your fondest memories. Now this is about growing up Jamaican, but like I always say, here is one Caribbean family, Caribbean love, and all that. So you see, if you grow up Grenada, Antigua, Barbuda, or any one of the Guyana, any one of the other Caribbean islands, etc., then feel free to share as well your experience, because I can bet I can bet that we probably had like the similar upbringing. Are the same people them? Is the same people. Down to the DNA is the same people. So I'm pretty sure we had kind of the similar upbringing. All right. Now, you know, growing up Jamaica is a special thing, you know. It's a special thing. It's not like it is today. For those of us who are already grown, I'm talking to you. And for those who are growing still, but I hear big people there. So growing up Jamaican is a special thing. We do things differently, especially for those of us who were brought up. Some people did get dragged up. They weren't so lucky. My condolences, apologies, and I said condolences because your childhood dead, right? You didn't really have a childhood if you were dragged up. So for those of us who did have one, may I say, you know, condolences to those who didn't, to your childhood. And I wish you had a good one, like we did, or like I did. So we are gonna share. But it wasn't all perfect. It was that sometimes we did have to run for our life too, you know. So so we turned that into laughing today as well. All right. Now I'm gonna start off with a couple of things. Growing up Jamaican, this is reminiscing morning. Let's start out with cold water shower. Let's start out with cold water shower. First of all, growing up, we didn't have no hot water heater. I don't know who have hot water heater now, but we didn't have no hot water heater. It's kind of amazing to go to Jamaica now and turn the pipe, and I have choices. I say, when is the day when I grow up? Because we never have no choice. The water came straight from the spring. I have been in a cold water, and it doesn't. And believe it or not, in places like Clarendon, it gets a bit chilly at certain times. All right, it does. So now when I go back and I look at the pipe before me bathe, I see cold and hot. I know so I can mix them and get warm and get a warm, nice shower. I have to look outside that shower to see if a Jamaica am really there. So we've come a long way. We're moving forward with the developing world. But cold water shower, one of the worst things. And you couldn't have no excuses why you didn't bathe. Grandma tell you if you bathe, you go bathe. And not only that, me as a man now, me used to do more wipe up. I didn't used to bathe. I used to do more. I would bathe when we used to bathe outside. When we bathe in the sun. Because you see, when the sun is hot and the water hit you, it didn't really matter. You're a child anyways, you run around and you know your body temperature up and thing. Me still used to wipe up though, most of the time. You know, and me ring out my rag. Everybody have them little basin. I don't know if I grew up like this. Everybody had their little basin. After we done carry water all day, everybody have them little basin. You put the water in your basin, you know, I will share the soap. So the soap I go around, so I come back around. So I soap up your rag, pass on the soap. Somebody else soap up them rag, pass on them soap. Everybody have them little basin. You squat in front of your basin or you stand up there, bathe yourself from head to toe. And all these things. Me used to make sure my rag dry as ever. Me I soak up the dry rag. Rub it on. Because me no want the cold water to catch me. Rub it on, and when it's time to wash off, dip my hand in the water and I'm having spritz. That's how I used to bathe. It's a spritz myself. And even that little spritz, because I'm afraid of cold water, you know, even to this day, if that pool is not hot to a degree outside, if Florida is not hitting 99, 100 degrees, you can't get me to go in the water today. So from my liquor, I'm afraid of cold water. I used to spritz myself like this. I want to touch your back on you. And do that again. Touch my chest on you. I used to wipe off yourself. My grandmother, I think my grandmother knew because she used to call me, Nina, make sure you're not around there wipe up, you know. Make sure you're bathing, actually bathing. Say, yes, grandma. And your cousin them used to tell upon you, him not bathing, him run here a wipe up. And then she come and bathe you herself. And you're like, I'm too old for this. You're like a penkelenke, and she wash up everywhere. Big up to my grandmother. Because there was no limit. She washed in your body cracks. She washed under your nutsack, she wash up under your armpit. Or when they reach under your armpit and never scrub out your armpit, I said, that's no dirt under there. Like this, fold up your hand back on your head. So, see me up. And then when she start ladder me with the cold water now, remember, you know, I spritz me deal with. And here she come with the whole douche, douche. It was horrible. It was horrible. Cold water showers. My God, thank God for warm water. You know that now when we go back to Jamaica, because my grandparents still don't have cold water showers. They have a nice home. They have all the things that we have here in the US, but they don't have cold water showers. I mean, cold and hot water choices. And when we go hotel and go other people place, me I talk about. But when I go there still, it's still cold water showers. But this time I'm an adult. I'm grown now. So when it's time to take a shower now, I'm going to put on a pot of water. And I use the bathtub and I make about 2 hot pot of water in the bathtub and then put like a cold water on it to make it, you know, warm and nice. And we go in there, so go clean myself. And so me bathe when me go country now. Me no bother with the whole. So I have choices now and nobody to tell on me, run your wipe up. She come draw me up. I start wash up my nutsack and my body cracks and them thing there. But my grandmother didn't play. She would get in your body crack if you wash yourself properly. So if you don't want the embarrassment, then her dragging you by one hand when you're soapy and fold up your hand back on your head, so and scrub out your armpit, them and fold up your hands and scrub out your arm. Then you just wash yourself good. I mean, I tell part my cousin them too, but the whole of them used to love beard. I'm the one that didn't like cold water. You see? Another one. Getting beaten and the strap lick grandma while you trying to block that. So you know when it's your time to get beaten. I'm sharing this morning. You know, welcome to share. When the time comes for you to get beaten, I was a troublesome child. I was good in school, but I was a busybody. I was all over the place. Like my mom said, from me did like little tiny, just start walking. She carried me to people's house. By the time she turned around and I said, good evening, Miss Joyce, how you doing and everything? And she looked back. You hear, oh my God, somebody take him down. Come climb the people and grill gone all the way up at the top of the house and these kind of things. Like I was really a busy kind of child. See, they used to do all kinds of things to me to try to get me to not be so busy. Never get enough lick joyfully. No man, me get enough lick. Me not lie, me get enough lick. Belinda Coy, Watson, thank you, I appreciate you. No, me get enough lick. Me can't tell about lick, back way, forward, sideway, upside down. Me can't tell about lick. Me get some lick. A whole heap of lick. When you start saying lick, you start give me all post-traumatic stress. Lick. I get some beating, you see. But I used to really do some foolishness though. I used to really do some foolishness. And now that I am an adult and I have children of my own, I can actually see how stressing it must have been. Because I was one of those kids. When I'm done again. What that sound like that round there, so what is he doing? Who that round there, so is he might get. That's how I was. My head did tough. I think my head did tough. I did afraid of licking up. I did afraid of lick, but me stayed doing stupid stuff. I was a good runner. I was a good runner. Me used to run as soon as God come here. Cut gone. And it's around the house I go till late night come. Cause my grandmother, she never wild us. My grandfather, cool as a fan. That man there, nothing really bothers him. To this day, this is how he is. To this day. If we go to the house, like what? Quick story. So my grandmother, she is like not into tattoos and none of that stuff. The funny, if you do your hair like some funny weird haircut with bright color or something, none of that. She's not into any of that, and she'll be very vocal about it. My grandfather now, him would just look for you enough. He goes up. That's it. Him not say nothing else. And I think he does that because he knows that the real joke is coming. It's like, wait till I go inside there and go see Miss Ruby. Wait till I go. Me want to hear how this I go. And I think that's how he used to be. And that's what he was thinking because nothing really bothered him. So we show up at the house one Christmas. My cousin, he come in, and when he arrived, we meet up before we reach the house. We actually meet up. I picked him up at University of the West Indies, Mona campus, and we're heading now to going into Clarendon to a grandparents' place. And the two of we are talk to each other now because I say, well, I have on my long sleeve them so she can't see my tattoo them or nothing. And it hot in Jamaica hot. I don't know how people wear long sleeve. And me just come off of the plane not too long ago, so I'm not climatized. I'm put on the long sleeve and sweat just see sweater. The sweat just start combing me up. But I would rather be wet in the long sleeve than for her to discover these things on my arms. My cousin now, him show up with a pink mohawk. With, you know, a mohawk, so the sides gone, and in mohawk, and the mohawk was pretty big. A kind of pink, like a fuchsia pink, a bright neon pink mohawk. I mean, I said, but backside. After me, not nothing to worry about because by the time grandma see anything for me, his haircut and hair spoil, you know. His haircut and hair spoil is going to be the show. Me not to worry about nothing. Anyway, we're going there. We went to go see grandma, and by the time we reach in, she lock in one time as soon as we reach. And yes, she happy to see us and all this. Oh, baby, come in. All right. Judging time now. And she start look head to toe. She looked by my cousin here. She said, it's one up on your head. because I said, what? Nothing at the palm. Is me here, grandma? She says, you hear that? You do so? And you know, my grandmother have slick ways of asking questions. She'll be like, so then people make you walk around looking like that? And I try answer like these questions, people make you walk around looking like that? No, man. Is a hat you have on? Is it? And am I pulling here like, no, grandma, it's my hair. It's my hair. I said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So she go on and on. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I hear my cousin now. Yeah, but you should have said the holy tattoo them perfume on them. I say, you don't blow that guy. Brother, why? That one, my long sleeve should have said nothing. And you call me out like that. You said, yeah, but you should have said the holy tattoo perfume on them. She said, tattoos? Let me see them. Let me see. You mark up yourself? Oh my God. So once she said, let me see them, I have to make her see them. So I make her see my tattoo and pull up my sleeve a little bit. Man, you know, I have a whole heap, you know, but I sure I just want a little bit because we don't want to do the one-time reveal and think it's going to be shocking. So I roll up my sleeve little bit by little. And my grandmother looking and she's like, what? Them hurt? I say, yeah, they kind of hurt when I was putting them on here or now. Then you really sit down and do that to yourself? I was, I say, no, grandma, I mean, yeah, it's art. She said, what the purpose of that? Nothing I wanted them, so I start explaining. This is Tafari name and birthday, and Nika name and birthday, and Kosi name and birthday, all my kids and this and that, and she not hear nothing what me I say. She gone back over my cousin with him here. So his hair took the show. His pink mohawk took the show. However, she did talk about my tattoos in an extensive conversation later on. Let's just say it never sat well, and to this day it don't sit well. And she don't have to say nothing to me now. When I'm going around her, me just kindly put on a long sleeve. She don't have to say much to me. I know it is not pleasing to her side, so me try. Nothing, you know, disrupt our meds with the thing there, out of respect. But I'm a grown man, I could get my tattoos and they don't mean what they think they mean in Jamaica. Because in Jamaica, they have this thing where if you have a whole heap of tattoos, then you must be criminal or you roll with criminals. So that's kind of another reason for me to, you know, cover up my tattoo them sometime and play it low key. Yeah, so getting beaten and that strap lick grandma while you are trying to block it. But I don't know if you get beaten and you're there try block lick them and you know the whip. Cause my grandmother used to either send me go pick stick, pick a whip, and she would even the torture. Cause you send me go pick a stick, I'm picking a little stick. Stick maga like this. See? No, that's not what she wants. She will send me back again. She said, if you don't pick the right one, I go out there and pick it. And the one I pick, you're not gonna like it. So I'm gonna go back and pick my stick and pick a nice size. Picking the stick you're going to be beaten with. Torture. Beer torture. Pick the stick, bring the stick to her. She start the beating. Naturally, me start the blocking. See, she beating and blocking. She beating and blocking. One of the times she a beat and me block and go on the stick bounce back and lick her. She stop beat. Jesus Christ of Nazareth come in again. I fight you, try fight me in here. You try fight me in here. Eh? I fight you, want fight me off in ya. Mass clear, come look here. Dear tongue bad man. I fight him, want fight me off in ya. Lick him, lick me, you know. Lick it. The boy raise his hand and lick me. You must understand at this point, it's like your world is ending, you know. Lick who? Lick. Listen, this is Missy Pitney. I drape them parents and lick them now. Lick what? I used to think they would literally kill me for real. Me used to really think to prepare my funeral. People couldn't get me for do stupid things out the road because me think the grandparents them would have killed me. Remember, I know my parents them gone foreign already, left me to the grandparents and these things. So them I raised me. I'm raised by real elders. Raise it, and I lick me now. That's a Jesus Christ. This Christian woman a lie for me. Grandma, me lick. Grandma didn't lick your grandma. Grandma was blocking me. I talk fast because grandpa come now. And is a man where don't play with him wife, but lick who? Raise your voice against who? You have to know your place. So this man a cut it and come up the road now, you know, because she talk loud. Come look here, come here, come, miss. And I said, grandma didn't lick your grandma. Grandma was blocking the lick, grandma didn't lick you. And then she start beat again. And she start beat again. But this time she beat you like she fighting you. Because you raise your hand and the thing go bounce back and her lick her. Don't make it lick her anywhere in her face or nothing. You know. She take it a whole different kind of way. I don't you're dead now. Hey, DJ, may I tell you, you know, your whole life, man. Your life flash before your eyes like 100 times. When she stopped beat, mid-beat. But wait. Is lick you lick me? And I lick her now, and she lick herself. Trying to lick me hard and beat herself. And then I blame me about a me lick her. So immediately now, I'm in the fight of my life here. Some of them things there wasn't funny when it happened. It's funny now looking back at it. But it wasn't funny when it happened because that's like one of the last things you want to do is for lick or to be for them to even guess and say, wait, is lick you lick me? No, you don't want that. Worst thing ever. So I start begging now, grandma come, you know, grandpa come. And feel kind of beating is a different kind of beating. This man beat you about once a year. You could do stuff every single day. My grandfather now lick you. Him just keep on say. Any day I corner you upstairs, I see. Cause you know the house in the always downstairs down the kitchen area. We used to have the outside kitchen plus the inside kitchen. So I used to always stay. He's a farming man, so when him come home at evening time, you know, I'm clean off him machete and him stick it up in the outside kitchen, the board kitchen them up a top. So stick up the machete. And this man had different kinds of machete for different things. Like the big fat bill, the big fat mouth one. With the hooky on it, where them use for just draw the sugar cane, so and then chop it, and then them have the pointy one where them use for slaughter like pig and them thing there, and them have so them have a variety of machete up here, so and there's a man where skill with the machete, and sometimes he'll just sit down and just hum to himself, Lord save me, the Lord save me, and him a sharpen till the machete them look red. Sharpen them till when you run him finger across the blade, you hear bling, sharp as a razor blade, and him hang it up and him go on to the next one. Put a cup of coffee beside him and him take out him file and him start again. Lord, sing. Be a Christian song them sing, nothing else. Be a church song. So me did afraid of him, I'm afraid I machete them. So anytime you hear him wife tell him, call him and tell him, say, one are we up there? Just like disrespect her in any way. And that the man, sometimes he used to draw the machete and start walk up at the house, you know. But he never come inside with the machete and he has never swung the machete at any of us or anything. But just knowing how powerful he is with that machete. When she call him to see him come from down the road with the machete in his hand, you swear says you about to get chopped up. So yeah, beg yo. It was serious. It was serious. See, watch them countryman skill. What? Yo, me see them man they beat. I don't know how they do it. But if you're not careful, like them we beat you, like when them slap yourself, blow with the machete, you swear you get chopped up. And you didn't get chopped. You get a slap out a sharp machete. Now, one little turn of the blade there. I chop you, I get chopped, you know. Chop you, I get chopped. My grandfather was very protective of his family. I remember some man said something up the road to my grandmother. Me, I picked them time, they're so small. Yo, when she walked down the hill, it's a shop owner up the road. She walked down the hill and she come tell him, right? And my boy grab one of them machete from up the sun and just start whistle going back up the road. You see when him reach up there? It's a one slap out of the big broad machete me I tell about, you know. Bye! And everybody starts screaming because they think that they thought he chopped him. But I chop him slap the man, him fall asleep, right this up on him counter at his shop. So yeah, them skill with the machete. So me not play with them. And it's very intimidating when you're growing up. You know, when you're small, everything seems big to you. Strong people seem extra strong to you. You know, big people seem like them bigger than anything in the world to you. It's now that you are big, you realize, but I'm bigger than that person here. I'm taller than that person here. I'm bigger than that person here. But when I was little, this person was a giant. You know? Them kind of something that so out of many one people, 28 and what about? Diane Osborne, good morning. Diane says, I'm blessed. My grandma said, I'm blessed. My grandma said, no one is to lick me. And this instruction was given to teachers too. And my mother said, wait till I hold you. Don't know how lick feel. You're lucky. You're lucky. Halima Thomas, blocking the lick them means you are trying to fight them. You are absolutely right. Don't block it enough. Take your lick and go on by your business. Anyhow, you lift the hand there and that lick bounce off of them and hit them. It was a fight. You were trying to fight. You're smelling yourself. You're trying to fight them. Your tongue big man. Your tongue big man now. The next one. Let me see. The first time you smell yourself. So me used to go to a school named Knox. See? Now, Knox has the Jamaican children who has never been to foreign before and these things at the time. And you know, we have the locals. And then you have the boarding section where beer foreigner picnic go there and people from town who children because they have the money to do it. We don't reach them levels there to like a country youth still. We still have go home go. We still have to walk home or catch bus and taxi and bata pan a minibus go to our next big country bus and try and make it home. They're good and chilling. And I think I told you all this before about like when their parents used to come pick them up like end of term and it's time to go home for summer break and this that. We used to see all a woman pull up on a big Harley Davidson motorcycle in a leather chops. And them things that we only see in the movies, right? Limousine pull up and them something there. I say, yo, them people they pick them up on Knox. Them have money. Some of them. I went to school with Nancy Kerrigan. Her father was at the time the owner of Cayman Islands or the Cayman Airways or some them airline in the Cayman Islands. So them people are different. Them have money and them board out them picnic, you know. And the children are very, you know, rich people picnic still already, especially like American kids, or a lot of them were actually probably, I don't know if they're born in Jamaica, but I know they spent a lot of time overseas. A lot of them didn't know how to talk patois because they spoke with a strong American accent or a strong British accent and all this. So me as a little country youth now, I'm trying to be like them because them grandma tell me, said prepare to be in America one day because eventually your parents are going to send for you and you're going to leave me. And that's what my grandmother used to tell me, your parents are going to send for you and you're going to leave me and you're going to be in the US. So you have to prepare yourself in all ways, including how you communicate. So she used to have a walk around the house and say, I know over there, so it is over there. I know over here, so it is over here. I know down there, so it is down there. I know we are up there, so it is, you know, we have say patois and then repeat the English part for it and then round up your accent now. So me I prepare. But they at school and that term come, me say, oh, the picnic them talk to them parents. No, and I'm not going. No, I don't care what you say, mom. I'm not going. So what? So make me. I'm gonna say, Rob, I forgot to try this because them not get no liquor or nothing. Maybe this can work. Maybe it's the way that they say it with authority or something that it can work. Me go and go try that. Go to Clarendon there. The first time, me tell myself about, no, I'm not doing it. Me uncle here is what you just said. You know, so everything mash up after that, right? Is what you really just said. Come here. Anytime you hear them say, is what you just said, and then ask you right behind that, is what you really just said. Change your tune, right? Me never know them time there. If it change my tune right away. So, is what you just said? Me go repeat myself. Is what you really just said? I said, okay, this not gonna go too good. Me here, come here. The place mash up. You're smelling yourself. No, you're smelling yourself. You're really smelling yourself. You're rank like rum goat pisses. Who you talking to? Who are you addressing? Hey, I'm gonna grab anything them can find in us. Who are you addressing? Hey, Shinga, grab my grandma. Fix up yourself quick. Is what you really just said. So I learned that. And to this day, please take my advice from you. Anytime you hear a Jamaican say, where you say? No, it's what you really just said. If them lick you with that way you say and the way you really just say back at the way you say, change your tune quick. All right, either change your tune quick or try find an exit or just know say things not about to be the same. It's about to change drastically, quickly. All right, so that first time that when she tell me, say, you're smelling yourself. You said, I said, smelling yourself, no smelling or nothing. But I try prepare for foreign. That's all I was trying to do was prepare for foreign. I'm gonna say foreign kids are a certain way. It must be the way how they. I swear to God, I thought it was the way how they communicate. We see them fall up and talk about no, and I'm not doing it. No, mom, make me then. I said I'm not. That don't work for me. I learned quickly that don't work for us, and I never did it again. Never did it again. Me get one time to say, no, I'm not doing it. That's it. Could have lost my life in the process. Not doing it again. To this day, I don't do it. I'm a big man now. And if them talk to me, me run down same way. Yes, grandma? Yes, grandma. No, grandma. Okay, grandma. The foreign something that don't work for us. So, learn that quickly. But that way you just said back and that way you really just said it. Don't make it catch you. Here is a serious thing. All right, so the next one is when bad words slip out of your mouth in front of teacher at school. Remember me tell you now. So, you know, none of us are the same in front of our parents as we were. That's why, man, I love being a parent because I know that my kids are not being 100 in front of me. They're not being them true self like how they are with their friends in front of me. I mean, I try to catch them because that is actually the real them. But we usually have like us that we present to the parents and to people who we're supposed to respect. And then we have a next us that is for a friend them. See? Steve Rudolph Jr., good morning and thank you. Steve Rudolph says, long time no see, bro. Glad to see you, man. Much love. I'm not sure if you remember, but I was the person about using your videos to make a compilation. But anyways, this donation is just to support. I appreciate you. Thank you. Did you make the compilation? If you didn't make the compilation, then tag me in it or send it to me, SouFLoTV@gmail.com. And I can promote it for you on this channel as well. All right. Now, manners and respect for that. I appreciate you. Thank you. This brother actually, he wanted to use my content. And you know, your creative content is your creative content. Kind of sensitive about who just take your work and just use it. But he had the manners and the respect to actually ask first. And I appreciate that greatly. So, yeah, man, do it, man. Do it. All right. Now, big up yourself again. So, yeah, you're there at school. Let me give you a story. So, one day we're there at school. And you know, one time you get your break and you go around the back and you're around there. And some of we used to bring, like, them used to call me egg and bread. Because egg and bread, egg and bread is what my grandmother used to make, like, almost every day. I mean, I used to bring my own lunch to school. So I pop my little sandwich, my egg and bread. This is before I start eat at Knox in the cafeteria where them give rice and peas and a whole steamed fish or a whole fried fish for lunch and these things. I never used to get that yet. So I used to bring my egg and bread. All right. We're around there, sit down and we are eating breakfast and thing. Or not with breakfast, with lunch and thing. And we are we're cussing each other. But we didn't see Miss Smith standing behind us. Now, Miss Smith is infamous. God rest her soul. She passed away. Those people who come from where I come from, them know exactly who me I talk about because I'm sure if them went to that school, she probably beat them too. All right. But it's a lady that was very about discipline, very strict and all that. So we run at the back and argument get heated. A man start talk like we are street people, you know? Because the way we grew up so sheltered that we had to create a character to try to experience the outer world. Yeah, we see people out the road that go on maddy. And to us, it look like freedom. All them little youth that were there road that cuss bad word and all this. I wanted to try that, you know? You see, because it looked liberating. So anyways, we're in school, but we're in at the back of the school now. Lean up on the wall around the back, they sit down and talk and have loose conversation. And somebody wrote in the pardon the language, I'll apologize first. I'm gonna see if I can clean it up. A beer, our the BBC, RC, what's not, up under your so and all this, and me I'm gonna say everybody else I get quiet, but me I wonder why. They have suddenly given me the floor. I say, okay, nobody. Nah, you know when everybody quiet and they're not trying to look at who's in the room, but there's that one person where I go so with them eye like and them face. So I look over. I say, I want to. Oh, that's good. Miss Smith, me gonna hear. Hurry up and eat on the food and come this way. Can I tell you? When we went in there, this lady had jeers. Jeers. You don't know what jeers is? For those of you who don't know what jeers is, please explain to the rest of or for those of you who know what jeers is, you know what jeers is. Jeers. This lady had a concoction mixed with jeers and water. She mixed the jeers, dilute the jeers with little water. I had it in a bottle, in a Dettol bottle. The Dettol, me nah forget, the Dettol bottle was clear, you could see through it, had a white cap on it, and had a green label on it with white writing. One Dettol bottle. And she had jeers in the Dettol bottle. You know how me know says jeers? Because when it went into my mouth, I knew it was jeers. And them they have one sink. And the sink belonged to our school it was a long sink, like trough sink. Not no one man go lock up in a bathroom and you have one sink to yourself and all this. Then they have the trough sink them outside. But it's concrete, you know, and the pipes. So them line way up. Them line up the whole of way. Miss Smith line up all of us right there. I don't know why my video is stalling. Sure. All right, so the video did not stall. The woman line up all the way at the trough sink and put on the buckle so. You know what going on after that. So see me here. Either that or she's gonna beat you, and I don't want her beat me. This is the same lady that climb your desk and beat you over your back. And this woman beat you over your back, you know, fit. Your daddy I try read, and it was in the year 1860 that I made my first wakat. And you want fling away a book. She said, pick up back your book. Pick the book back up and read. You should not be having a problem with that word. And I gave you this assignment over a week ago. You should have memorized this by now. I memorized the book there. I swear, the first paragraph in that book, I as a grown man know that by heart to this day because of that. So it's that same woman that's telling us is the jeers, wash out your mouth, or take them beating here. I mean, no want no beating from her. So I'm over there trying to like, come on, no want the jeers get too far in my mouth. No, she start instruct close up. You have to gargle. Yeah. I'm here gargling jeers. That was her way of saying, wash out your foul mouth, your nasty language that you're speaking. So nowadays, when you say picnic, loose, and can say what they want to say and talk to people how they want to, that's not how it was when I was coming up. When I was coming up, they literally, oh, your mouth is dirty. So jeers, what we use, clean up the bathroom and wash out the toilet, them, your mouth need a jeers. It need a wash out. Not toothbrush and toothpaste, jeers. And if them never have jeers, them used to use Dettol. Dilute it with water and use the Dettol. Madness. Madness. First time, smell myself, bad word slip out of school. I'll never forget that. I think I told you all this one before. It's the same teacher again. I tell you, me, I was trouble, I tell a story already, but I'll tell it again. So me in a class, right? And man, me little, me in a class, And there's a girl in the class that I really liked. I think Stephanie, can't remember her last name. I hope one of the people that will go to school with me, because I'm sure them remember her. She come from up a Silent Hill way. Stephanie something. Anyway, Stephanie was the prettiest thing to me in life. I'm going to decide to go get Stephanie, but I don't know what to do with girl when you get girl. She's a little girl, me's a little boy. We don't know nothing yet. We have forced up ourselves in a big people life. So at the time, I must tell you this. I had just found a stash of porno magazines. Now, my uncle them didn't live at my grandparents' house. They didn't live there, but they had their room there. And there was a front room that was called Uncle Junior room. Uncle Junior's room you don't go into. So we used to sneak, go in the Uncle Junior room and go search it up and find we're in there. This man used to come, pick green mango, pick a whole heap of green mango, wrap them up in a newspaper and put them in the bed foot, because the bed was made so that you could lift up the foot of the bed, and it actually had a storage area like a trunk in it built to the bed. And he used to put like sour sap on them, something in there, wrap up in the newspaper and pack them in there, on his visit. He wouldn't bring the stuff back with him. He would pack them up in there for them get ripe and all that. So me I wonder what going in another room and why we can't go in the room. So we always go in Uncle Junior room and search it up. One day, I lift up all of them fruits here and something in the bed foot. And we see a big sex scene. And I said, I struck gold. So I never tell nobody. I take out one of the magazine them, push it down in my clothes, and carry the magazine gone now. You go outside in the outside toilet now. Me in the outside toilet with the magazine like this. And page to page, I see naked woman, riding body, and these things. I look up at me, And I said, Jesus Christ, come on, left something here. And then something here big people go on with. Oh, so when time I reach a school now, this day is my day to tell Stephanie how me feel about her. So I'm going to write down on paper. I write, my body is too big for your pum-pum. I fold it up, fold up a little note, and start passing through the class to get to her. All right. She writes something on it, my pum-pum is too big for your body, and I send it back. and the note get intercepted by Miss Smith. And Miss Smith take it upon herself now to open the note and read the note out loud. And when she read the note out loud, can I tell you some world crash? Yeah, because this is the school I go on with. So, but I'm here. I survived. I'm live to tell you now. Say children are influenced because through my own life, me know this enough. Children are influenced. When you see them go on with certain things, like me going to school, going to tell the girl about my body is too big for you. When me know about big body, them time that my body look like my belly button, my body look like so. I'm up there with big conversation about my body is too big for your pum pum. And she over there send back response to that. That should have actually been something that shocked her, you know. Not talk about we are like 7, you know. That should have been something that was shock her, you know. But it didn't shock her. She responded, my pum pum is too big for your body. And I send it back. And it get catch. Well, my decision, I don't know if I really did have a decision, but it was like, I prefer Miss Smith deal with me this time than grandma and grandpa get wind of this. I prefer Miss Smith deal with me. Remember, this is Miss Smith who I don't want to beat me because this woman beat brutally. But you see, today, I just know, say, my grandparents are going to kill me for this. And I'm not ready to die. So I prefer Miss Smith. Miss Smith, anytime she beat me, I still used to live. We talk about it the next day. So Miss Smith is going to beat me today. I want Miss Smith beat me. However, it didn't work out like that. Miss Smith beat me. Not only did Miss Smith beat me like she did try to kill me. Yo, me I talk about me run out of the classroom, you know, and run down the road, you know, and them send people run after me and catch me and draw me back up there. This woman beat me, and one time she done beat me. Sit down there. When school is finished, she sent home a note by somebody else. Them time they wanna have cell phone where them can text your parents, need an emergency meeting with your child and parent guardian present. Let's schedule for this day, blah blah. Them don't have no cell phone no exist them time there. They sent home a note with somebody else, and that note after me reach home. You know when you know that the note is coming, but you don't know when the note is coming. So I'm reaching at the house. I didn't say nothing about no beating. I didn't get in school and in trouble today. Hi grandma, good evening, grandma. I'm trying to be the nicest I can be. All my chores are doing this evening on time. Nobody have to remind me of anything. I'm gonna bathe on time today. I'm gonna bathe in a cold water. It's not a problem. Yeah, today I'm bathing. Me not spritz myself. You won't get any problem out of me. None of my cousin will say, Imronia, tidy up. Not today. Today me a bathe. Me no want no problem, grandma. Me good. Me I sweep up the yard after. Me I do everything today. All right. And the note came. The note came late in the evening. I don't know who she get the note to. The note reach on my yard. Them need to see my grandparents. I said, Jesus Christ, because them start asking me now, what kind of trouble you're getting at school? Why Miss Smith sending a note here that she need to see us? I tell you, don't go to the road, you know, embarrass the family, you know. Do not go out there and embarrass us. Well, my life was hell for about a good week after that. You know, anytime them see you somewhere and them just want to fling something after you, or anytime and you get beaten, you know, anytime them can catch you, them are going to beat you. But anytime they remember what you did, it's like a sudden out of nowhere. I guess every time I move fast, this kind of freeze. So, but yeah, my life was hell after that. Camille, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Phyllis Carter said laugh out loud. So my youth at 7-year-old, they did a look pum pum. Yes, but I'm not lie. I swear on everything I love. I swear to God. Is the book. I'm my uncle porno book when I find mess up my brain. Because I was a good church going youth. I never think about nothing like that before. And nobody never touched me, so I never have none of them kind of meds there before. I'm telling you, them time there, one thing we used to watch on TV where we were allowed to watch, and it was the karate movies. That's it. So we watch a karate movie, you know, a karate movie where the people them talk and their mouth keeps going like this, but and them now match up them all karate movie there. Them is the only thing. So the most I would do was go to school and try drop kick somebody and get in a trouble for that, or somebody drop kick me and them kind of something that. But me never know about no body and no pum pum. That book corrupted me, I tell you. And I went to school and I was trying to express to this girl and got caught up. Now, if Miss Smith never catch that note there, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know what would have happened. Cause it might have been a crazy situation. You know? Yes, my teacher, Hawthorne, a St. Anne, used to tear me up, but with a belt for just being late. My school used to do that too. Right in Jamaica, right there in Moravia, them used to, when you running up the hill to go at school and you hear the school bell start ring, just start go like this. Some of we used to stop a roadside and find courage. You know what courage mean? You know what courage is? We used to find courage, scratch bush, to put it simple, and rub up your hand middle with it. Some people rub them hand middle and rub it gone way up here, so and then you see beer hives break out on them forearm and everything. But you used to rub the courage in a hand middle and get ready for your beating because you're getting licks. Them used to beat. The book that corrupt me. The book that corrupt me. That's why I'm going to tell parents to watch their children. You don't necessarily have to be somebody touching them. It can be materials that you left laying around the place. My youth, them watch me. One day, me in the car, I'm driving, and I put in my code from my phone and open the phone screen. But somebody I'm going to use my GPS car, which part I'm going, my GPS for the vehicle not working. Here my youth in that back seat now. Them said, Dad, I bet you I could get in your phone. I said, how can you get in my phone, Kosi? Where's this going? My phone is locked. It has a code. He said, yeah, but I know the code. I've been watching you. Give me your phone. Pass my phone and give me that back seat. Man, me I drive, make the phone lock back, pass the phone, give me, and the youth do like this. Open the phone and give I'll give him back my phone, so you gotta watch these kids. You gotta watch these kids. All right. Now, if I had anything in my phone that you there, no, that's me, and that's how I was when I was growing up. Me don't watch them, you know, if I put them phone, I watch how them open the phone and don't say a word. We just wait till one day when them put on the phone there somewhere, I'm gonna pick up the phone. But the amount of things where people keeping at them phone these days, I think my childhood might have been traumatized. Cause you go see Aunt Jackie skin out on her phone because she has sent pum pum pics to her side man. That wouldn't have been good for me. That would have been terrible. I don't want to see Aunt Jackie like that. You know? So you have to watch what them kids here do. But yeah, them thing that all right. I don't know who did this one. Church whippings. So church whippings, we had a man in our church named Master Victor. God bless Master Victor and rest his soul. Don't fall asleep in the church. Master Victor was the deacon of the church, even though we had somebody who we called deacon, but deacon was just a nickname for him. Our real deacon was an older elder man called Master Victor. Master Victor used to see me in a service when service get, you know, when service get boring and them a draw out the ceremony and they are dead with sleep and you buck. Yeah. And you buck and you try keep it together, you know, because hey, don't make grandpa see you fall asleep in the house of the Lord while the word of God is being, don't do it. So but there was Master Victor up front. So my grandparents them now used to put us up front to them and sit down behind me so them can see the whole thing. So we learn to keep your body still and your head in a certain position where it looks like you're paying attention, but you will go to sleep like this, right? You have Master Victor in front. So grandma watch you from back, Master Victor is watching you from the front. I kid you not. This man had a whip. He had a whip, and the whip could reach you. I think the whip could have reached you any which part of the night church without him getting up from where he was at. The whip long and bent over. It looked like them bamboo they done that place there, Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, that's where you go through Holland bamboo. I said, but them maga and them long, just like when I bumble them from around a Holland bamboo. Him used to sit in the church, plant that whip in between his leg them so, and the whip stand up long and bend and gone way over so. And Mas Victor would rock, and you know them getting that. Hallelujah. And you know, and with a rock and come in and rock and come in. Him used to rock and go out and come in because him no want nobody sleep, but him asleep, you know. So him used to sleep. And we are watch Mas Victor sleeping and we used to time him and say, well, if Mas Victor start to sleep, maybe we can go sleep too. Get a little sleep because the thing get long and boring. So when I time the Mas Victor dip off like this and him go down in the night, go down in the night and catch himself and come back up and act like nothing happened. And we say, watch this hypocrite star. Eh? Because man a kill sleep. If we drop asleep right now, it's beaten. So we catch him again, one and drop and go down and drop and go down. This time he would have stayed down there a little bit. And eventually sleep whole, you know. No matter how you fight it. So stay down there a little bit and him. Alright. We take off asleep now too. Because we test him, it's been a few minutes. Mas Victor is sleeping. A man didn't do nothing more than wake up like this. As him wake up, him look and see who asleep. Send out a lick like slavery days. Somebody catch it. You hear? Ah! Somebody catch it. Shh. Keep your voice down in the house of the Lord. Disrespectful and rude. We used to look at each other like this. Jesus Christ, like, Greg, you alright? No, man, I'm about to sleep. After that, you start hold up your eye them, so. I don't want to sleep, I bite you on your eye, I'm going to go down, so you start hold up your eye them, so. All your mouth at top. Because you don't want to eye the close enough, because a man will look like him have good eyesight, and he can see you from third row. Where you're there in the third row, right up at the altar is where he sat. And he can see you from way down there. As your eye goes up, expect something. Whoosh it! And that whip reach you like way over here, so by your neck part and your back area. Boy, I tell you, shout out to Mas Victor though. Mas Victor is a good man. You understand? Mas Victor is who ran our church. Mas Victor was like our pastor. That's why I'm tell people that today pastor is nothing but pimping and pandering. I'm not talking about all of them. You have some good man out there who take on that role, but majority of them now a joke thing. This man ran that church. The church is still there to this day. I literally can stand on my grandparents' veranda and fling a stone and lick the church. That's how close my church is when me grew up in it. See? So he lived in the community. Him do the pastor thing. But him never rob the people. If you come and you put 50 cents in the offering plate, it is what it is. See, it always used to really go back to put in some window in the church and fix up around there so and paint over the place and make the place, because they were building while I was growing. You know, I remember like when it was just, you could have seen the block them exposed. And you know, when they're building and then put block on top of block, they mix. Wherever they mix and put in a middle light and put black on, you can see all of that exposed. And the zinc roof and rock bat used to fly out of it and all these things. And then, you know, them fix up the church for real with the little money, whatever little thing we had. Mas Victor lived in our community as well. Grew up with female grandchildren them and everything. And even our families got intertwined to where me like half one of the girl them so much and everybody has said, behave yourself is your cousin and that kind of stuff. So to this day is my cousin. And we just left it right there, so I don't know, but it's my cousin, so we left it right there, so. But yeah, them life there. God bless Mas Victor, man. Don't fall asleep in the house of the Lord. Don't do it. Only Mas Victor can do it. All right, here's another one. When them share food, and your food share out, right? And a one piece of meat you get. Beer food. So when me grew up, me never used to get rice. And them think that rice was something like, for us, our rich people eat rice, or we only saw rice on Sunday. And you get rice with rice and peas. That's every Sunday. A rice and peas or whatever meat kind grandma gonna make. Sometimes it's fricassee chicken, which I love. Sometimes it's a roast beef. Sometimes it's a roast pork. Sometimes it's, you know, whatever the meat is, but rice and peas all the time. You say Monday through Saturday, a farm. I grew up on a farm. So Monday through Saturday, y'all get yam, yellow yam. How you want it? You want your yam yellow? You want a white yam? They have, how they used to call it? All kind of yam. There's quite a few yams out there. And then you have banana, dasheen, cocoa, breadfruit, all beer, that kind of food me used to get. So when time your plate pick up, when your plate full up with that kind of food then, and then get the whole heap of gravy for you sap up the hard food, and you only get one piece of meat. It wasn't cool back then. It wasn't cool back then. Now I try to eat that way, like I'm trying to eat that kind of food again. Because I'm grown now and I understand that them food there is good for your structure. But back then, you eat that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you're tired of the food. You're tired of the food. You want some meat in the plate too. See? Now if they was giving us a whole heap of meat with the thing, would I feel a bit better. One piece of meat. One piece of meat. I used to tell myself, you know, I say, I can't wait till me get big enough. Because I never want whole chicken by myself. I swear. I one time I fry chicken, I fry the whole chicken and I am a whole lot by myself. I eat a whole heap of meat, just bare meat. So that's that's what I used to tell myself. I can't wait to get big. And I swear, I got big and I did exactly that. Make sure I get a whole chicken, put it down, cut it in a half, 2 half sides, chop up the whole chicken. When me and Brains first met, and Brains said me, but the chicken in half, and them off a whole half a chicken. She was like, no man. Like, wow. Like you're gonna eat all of that? I mean I wasn't being shy and I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. So you know, you with somebody now that's gonna eat a lot. I mean, they bust down the whole fowl in front of her. She said, Jesus Christ. You're serious, but it was from I was deprived. I was deprived. All this hard food and one piece of chicken every day, or one piece of meat every day. I try to make the meat last. I try to make the meat last. Pinch off a little piece of it and cut off a piece of the dumpling. Pinch off a little piece of it and cut off a piece of yellow yam. Mash it up in the gravy. Try to soak up the gravy. You know what's funny? I understand now though. So too much of that meat, something that is actually not good for you. Right? So probably that's why them used to give me more food than meat. But for them plate used to full up with meat. All the adults' plate used to be full of meat. And that me used to say. And them used to do stuff like, keep your eyes straight ahead. Why you staring in our plate like that? Why are you staring in your grandfather's plate like that? Like you don't have your own in front of you. You dare not say, yeah, grandma, I'm staring because what? You don't have no more meat. Weird. You're bright. Me have two burn on my hand. With hot oil is my grandmother in there fried chicken and a fried fish, 2 pot ago on the stove. And she a fry fish. People are come down from foreign. You know, when people are come from foreign, well, they took away that joy because now we can't even tell people when we're flying into the country. Them thing that becks me. Them thing that becks me because I remember when it was a different thing. When you used to be coming in before, you see, everybody are prepared for your come. And you'll come back in like a superstar. So family are come, or your mother is coming in tomorrow, you know, from Miami, and we're gonna go pick her up at the airport. She said she wants fried chicken, and she said she wants some fish, and this and that. She a cook, and she in there. I mean, I said, she come in for a foreign. I'm sure she eat fish and that all the time. All that stuff. My grandmother did a friend thing, and she turned around. I'm beside the stove. I'm timing her to leave the kitchen. There was a curtain, and right as you go through the curtain, you know them bead there where hang. So my grandmother used to have the curtain, but then she had the beads. So anytime you go into the kitchen or out the kitchen area, you hear the beads them a shake and thing. Me don't adjust the bead and everything, cause me a time it. Cause me want one of them fish there. See? As she move, go do something else. Me slip in the kitchen. And I was trying to take the fish out. And me lift up the fish out of the pot and the fish did hot, so me drop it. And when me drop it, the oil splash and burn up my hand. My hand bubble up same time. I'm gonna take myself back out of the kitchen. She didn't even see me. But tiffin wasn't for me. But the meat, that's what them used to do. One little piece of meat and a big plate of food. Like, man, I'm tired of this. More all the meat me can eat, some all you can eat stuff. And I swear, when we get big, I'm gonna eat all the meat me can eat and nobody can tell me nothing. And I did. I sure did. Neil, wash out now though. All right. The next one. When granny drag your guy, everybody funeral. My grandmother used to go to everybody's funeral. Me not know none of them people here. But mind you, I'm small, right? And these people have been in this area all their life, pretty much. So them know from woy to woy, everybody dead. Every week it seems like every week or every other week is a funeral. And we never used to go funeral back then because, oh God, somebody break in and kill him, or gunshot kill this one, or young person. That it was always old people funeral we were going to. That is how I thought life was always going to be. Us young kids were going to grow up, and one day we were going to be attending the funeral of the elders after them live a long life, right? And we would have sad yet a little bit, yes, but they've lived a full life, and we would move on. Boy, things change now, eh? Like a picnic, I get killed on a regular basis and all that. Things have changed so much, man. But yeah, so grandma used to drag we go to funeral. Everybody funeral you had to go. I mean, a man who didn't have two pair of shoes, you know. I have my church shoes and my school shoes. So your church shoes are funeral shoes. You're going to your funeral shoes and your church clothes going to funeral. That song, yeah. Meet me by the river someday. Anytime you hear that song there. Jesus Christ. Funeral. Not far away, oh, when my Lord shall call me home. Happy, happy home, be honest. Been doing the song them word for word. About a funeral, me go. That is a funeral song. Meet me by the river someday. The next one is when the roll is called up yonder. When you can't sing, you don't have to hit no good note enough to sing them songs, you know. Everybody, when the roll is called up yonder, when the roll, oh, hallelujah, you start here. Why? Who gonna cook for me? Why, mama? When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. Meet me by the river someday. That's how one time them put the body down already, and them seal up the casket now in the ground. Them seal up the grave and everybody is leaving. You start hear them meet me by the river, all these other things. Someday. We were so young, we never thought we were gonna die. And me here meet me by the river someday. It's like, Ross, my time is approaching because I've been hearing them song there. Anytime I hear that song there, it's like, yes, my time is approaching. I keep everyone say enough. No man. But Granny used to drag go at everybody funeral. And that's one thing I love about where I come from too, because they support each other so much. You know, if you go beg people for come at your family funeral, you know, they're coming. Okay, they're coming. Especially you're a part of that community. They're coming to your funeral. All right, they're gonna come lay you to rest and pay them last respects and these kind of things. So, yeah. Going back to Jamaica 2 months ago when we went home and we attended 2 funerals in Brain's family. It was her grandfather and her cousin. And them 2 funerals they brought back mad memories from when my grandmother used to drag me go to funeral. The same exact thing. So I know that the tradition is still there. Nothing to change. The only difference in Jamaica now is that we're burying more young people and younger people than we're burying the elders. That's the sad part. But the traditions are still there. You know what I mean? From you hear that when the roll is called up yonder, you're not singing it right, man. You're not singing it, you go too high. When the roll, you have to start out low. So tap it nice, man. I saw me sing. When the roll is called, she mash up the people them song. Watch it. And a beer joke around there. beer joke around there. So dragging you to every funeral is the next one. We have 2 more or 3 more. Yeah, 2 more. I don't know if you remember, last day at school, we used to fling stone. So, you know, you don't like them boy them from up there, so, and you don't like the Silent Hill boy, them don't like the boy them from down in Moravia, and this boy them don't like the Alston boy, them don't like the boy them from Rona Cedar, and all this other stuff. So last day at school now, you see before you go in the morning, this is not a day when you're gonna be late. So you don't have to rub courage in your hand today. Today you're early because you take your rock stone and you pile them up somewhere down a school road, like on your side, but heading to your direction though. Because you have to go running up. You have to go run. But it's who can shell down who. So yeah. So and them are do the same thing to you know. They are do the same thing to so school give out, summertime. Me not gonna see you for you all summer. So big stone I fling now after school, you hear whistle. And then it's raining stone. It raining stone, you have to take for yourself. I don't know if you remember that time you did a sight rock stone. And sight rock stone and you dolly and come back and fling 2 rock stone on your own and last day of school, fling stone, stone war. And the last one, Uncle Ashley Donkey Getaway. So when you grew up in the countryside, is very, very, very different when you're growing up in the countryside. One morning I go to school, you know, my uncle, Uncle Ashley feed donkey. One of them donkey them Getaway. I see my cousin I run behind the donkey. My older cousin, the man they are like 18, 19 them time there. And I'm again a small kid, but I'm just up in my Chris uniform. My car keys clean and I'm going to school. Bag on my back and my lunchbox, because I used to carry a lunchbox, you know. My lunchbox with my egg sandwich and everything in there. I head up the hill and I see this donkey a class I come down the hill. Dug. I'm going to hear, no, what a donkey rope. I'm going to try help. I try grab the donkey rope. I never know say you grab a donkey rope when the donkey is running. Think the donkey would have just like pull me with it. No, the donkey that draw a break. So say on the stony road and it show a rotted kick. Kick me in my kneecap on my way to school. It's only God why my knee never broke. So these kind of memories. Some people don't get to experience these things. My neighbors, they had to, like, the virgin who live right next door to me. When we grew up, he's actually a lecturer at UWI right now. See? So we grew up and we became. But I remember him did have to tie out him goat them before we go to school at morning time, and him have to move goat when him come home and feed him, hug them and all these things. So that's how we grow. Donkey Getaway. Them talk about holy rope. That's how you grow. You don't know no better. So you run, go grab donkey rope and donkey end up kick it down before you go to school in the morning. That thing there. Last one. Crazy imagination I had. I'm telling you, I was wild when I was growing up. This segment is called Growing Up Jamaican. This is the last one. Me, I watched a movie. This is the first time I saw Superman. I said, blouse and skirt him can fly. That means that me can fly too. Because them used to tell us, if you believe it, you can achieve it. So I start to convince myself that I can actually fly. I believed it. One day, I forget how I tie around my neck like cape and climb, go up on the school roof because they were doing some construction at my school. And I climb, go up on the school roof. Remember, Miss Smith, the other same school here. I climb, go up on the school roof and a crowd gathered. It's fly. Me I go fly now because I've been watching Superman. See? But me know I hit the ground in case my flying thing don't work. So they were doing construction up at the school. And you know one time truck come and the truck dump out, the dumper truck them dump out the marl and gravel and them kind of something there. Alright, so I climb on the school roof and I line up myself with a big gravel pile. See? No marl, a big gravel pile. And I said the landing I gonna be soft because more than likely I'm gonna fly for real. They're gonna be excited. My imagination was wild, man. Take off our school roof now. Rock back a little bit and swoosh. I dead, me nearly dead. Again, it was the meet me by the river. Someday, I swear to God, I died. My chest hit so hard. And then you trying to save yourself from being embarrassed because everybody are kin over with laugh. And you get up and you go like, nothing wrong with you. I could not breathe. I really thought I broke everything up in yourself. But we were allowed to be that. We were allowed to be free. We were allowed to experiment within the bounds of good things. Because I don't know what them experiment with now these days. The youth them gone way left. But through kind of experiment was different. It was like I was watching Superman. So no one see if me can do what Superman can do. Me see him take off and go so and him fly gone. That must be possible. If you believe it, you can achieve it. That's the first time I really realized that it's not really if you believe it, you can achieve it. Something, no matter how you believe it, you cannot achieve it. It's just not humanly possible. But we know that now. That's all? All right. And I guess how we're going to end the morning, you know. 1:15. I started out at 11 past. I'm going to give you back your 11 minutes. Big up to each and every one of you. Each and every one of you that share these kind of memories, just know, set your childhood was good beyond good. All right. Our experiences, June O'Brien, our real life experiences, you can't make up them thing here. If I didn't live this life, me couldn't make it up. Somebody else can't make this up that didn't live it. Tie and cape by your neck and go on school roof, go jump off in a mall heap, in a gravel heap, and these things is real things. But bless up for yourself here. I have a wonderful day, and let me see. I have a pretty festive weekend planned for my family. I'm trying to make these kids' summer be a summer to talk about, you know, create good memories for them. So I have a pretty festive weekend, and I'll probably be vlogging some of this so you can see it. It's going to be very exciting. So I don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow morning, but if I am, when the notification goes off, you know, so just tune in, all right? And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Not only subscribe, make sure you hit that bell next to the subscribe button. But you see that bell? You have to hover over the bell, and then you're going to see your options pop up. The options say send me some notifications, send me all notifications, or don't notify me at all. If you don't select anything, YouTube will only send you some notifications every now and then. So shout out to the people who say, SouFlo, how come you not get no notification? Yo, I missed the live again. It's because you're not notified in the proper way. So not only subscribe, hit the bell next to the subscribe button, and you can use this for all your other favorite channels. If you're wondering why them put out material and you're not getting notified, you didn't subscribe that way. So just hover over that and then click the one that says send me all notifications. All right. Big up on yourself. I'll catch y'all tomorrow morning right here on SouFLoTV. God spare my life. That's what my granny said. Walk good. I'm out. Delroy, Stuart, big up. All right. Man, before I even go, let me just say again, or let me say this one. Sharon Smith, I appreciate you greatly. I just saw that. I'm sorry. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And I appreciate you. Sharon says, man, I tried to stay up, but fell asleep. Damn, I'm late. Shout out to the people going out to work and coming in from work. I know that road that they're rough, especially the ones who work 2 jobs or more. That rough. All right. Manners and respect to you. You still tuned in and you can watch it back on the replay. All right. One love. Peace.